Welcome to another MMA Grind Weekly Rewind. We have the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship Knucklemania 5 recap and other fight news. On Saturday, January 25th, 2025, the BKFC put on an incredible night of high-octane, fast-paced fights in front of a sold-out crowd in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The fights were action-packed with 5 two-minute rounds, with everything from referee stoppages to left-for-dead one-hitter-quitter knockouts. The bare-knuckle stacked card did not disappoint. In the prelims, knockout after knockout was on full display, culminating with perhaps the most devastating and one of the nastiest knockouts of all time coming from Kane Tomlinson Jr., knocking out Patrick Sullivan and leaving him for dead, hanging on the ropes 37 seconds into the first round. There were plenty of knockout of the year contenders on the prelims and the main card. In the co-main OG UFC and BKFC veteran, Beck Rawlings won a unanimous decision against Taylor Starling, who showed a lot of heart in defeat. And in the co-main, Big Ben Rothwell made quick work of champ Mick Terrell, becoming the undisputed heavyweight BKFC champion, and was called out by none other than MMA and kickboxing legend Mark Hunt after his win, in what would be an epic rematch between two legendary gladiators. In the main event, Jeremy Lil Heathen Stevens kept good on a promise to spoil the homecoming for the Underground King and multiple organization former lightweight champ Eddie Alvarez in an action-packed 3-round classic. After a second knockdown near the end of the third round, Eddie Alvarez could not continue and did not answer the bell for the fourth round. X-rays later revealed Eddie Alvarez suffered a broken jaw at the fists of Stevens during their clash. After an emotional post-fight interview, Lil Heathen, Stevens had an intense face-to-face nose-to-nose stare-down with co-owner of BKFC and former two-division UFC champ TNE notorious Conor McGregor. Next emphatically challenged Jeremy to fight bare knuckle and said, "Set a date." What do you guys think? Is Conor for real, and would you like to see him against Jeremy Stevens in bare knuckle? Let us know down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And Sean Strickland has announced that former rival turned friend and training partner light heavyweight champion Alex Pereira will be in his corner when he rematches Dricus du Plessis for the UFC middleweight belt at UFC 312 in Sydney, Australia on February 8th. Current middleweight champ du Plessis doesn't think it will make a difference, stating that Strickland can barely understand his own coach and he speaks English. How is someone that speaks Portuguese going to help? Also announced that Ilia Topuria and Alexander Volkanovski will also be opposite corners when Ilia's younger brother Alexandre Topuria fights Volk's teammate Colby Thicknessa on the same card. Volk and Ilia are rumored to rematch in April at UFC 314. However, other rumors have been circulating that Ilia Topuria versus Islam Makhachev is in the works for the undisputed lightweight title at International Fight Week in July. What do you guys think about Ilia versus Islam? Is that the fight to make, or is Volk, who without a doubt has earned a rematch, need to be next in line for Ilia? Let us know down below. In other news, UFC featherweight fighter Bryce Mitchell has found himself in hot water from fans and the UFC for anti-Semitic comments he made on the first episode of his new podcast Ark Insanity, sparking a fiery response from Dana White and many MMA journalists. Dana White was quick to answer questions and address the situation that the outspoken UFC vet put himself in, calling Bryce one of the dumbest human beings in the world. Bryce has since apologized for the comments, stating he didn't mean to offend anyone, and as of now, according to Dana White, the UFC will not punish Bryce for his unhinged words under the protection of free speech. Can only imagine who will be Mitchell's next opponent, as I don't think the UFC will be doing him any favors. What do you guys think of this situation? Were the harsh words as a response from Dana enough, or should Bryce be fired from the UFC? Let us know, and as always, thank you for watching MMA Grind.